Now, I don't know if you're expecting this, but I've been wanting to see it for quite a while, and I'd only be punishing myself if I put it off any further. It seems like only 2.5 years ago that I first watched Konosuba, so sit down, relax, and welcome to the Konosuba movie. I don't know if it can show, but I can barely contain my excitement. I know that there have been some concerns with the fact that JC staff have done it, but I didn't hear of massive backlash or complaints, so what's going to interrupt? Giant toes! Run! Oh. Your friend wasn't so lucky. And shockwave? Yes! Sound travels slower than light, so I'm glad they offset that. Yeah, try to keep a low profile, guys. So, Megumin was a bit too. Oh, why was Aqua tied to the? The face of a man who's had enough. Well, yes, but gender equality. Is Union going to be the savior of the moment? Or is it going to add on to his worries? Good for you, Kazuma, but also, what the fuck? What spurred this on? Good, Chimiske. How many times are you going to make her repeat it? I think you might be travelling a bit fast along this road. Who's been telling her stories and how is this related? He was never this insistent to take down the Devil King before. Is it really a popular phase if he ostracizes everyone? Why are you such a jackass? Okay, maybe you should have led with that. Advice for the future. Who was that? I don't think Aqua has ever been so pleasant. And it's all been fortune tellers, but still, they've been taking things lightly so far, even though they've defeated, I think, 3 of the demon generals. Huh. Well, it kind of correlates, doesn't it? It is a very specific prophecy. One of the prerequisites for actual prophecy is being specific in its terms. And do something about it yourself. That is a powerful toddler. So what if you can just avert the village from being destroyed? Why are your eyes so small? Is there a PS? Oh, it's a book. Looks like the phase is over, Kazuma! And what information was on the first letter? I think Union's a bit busy at the minute, you know, wallowing in self-pity. I think just the ease in which Aqua redressed Kazuma makes me believe it's not the first time that it's happened. Blah. It's not like you cause them any particular hassle. Friends or friends? Poor dejected Union. Even with their rivalry, is making me feeling bad for her. I wonder. Not looking too bad there. What a great way of making friends. And have you been keeping up with the inventions and stuff from Kazuma's world? Leave the things from Wiz's shop alone. I think the term walking blight is quite apt. Why did the mini versions of him look like the spirits from Princess Mononoke? They're quite expressive in this movie. I like it. And it's keeping true to just how all over the place Konosuba is. Where did they land? Orcs? Orcs? Oh! Well, it is his popular phase. Oh, so they were hunted to extinction. Surprising that the orc DNA must be quite strong then to persevere without males. How would he ever explain it to Eris when he expires? Her hopes and dreams. Who'd have thought it would be that easy just to finish her off? I see that they've got their futures planned out. Have fun, Kazuma. Just count the clouds, Kazuma. I think this is a time when it would be okay to have Kazuma as crossfire casualty. Well, now that introductions are out of the way, I don't like how well defined Kazuma's thighs are. Wow. Maybe Union does deserve friends. You let them off too easy. Pull up. Yep. That's going to take many, many years of therapy for him to be over. Yeah, over that. Hopefully, he hasn't regressed into his infancy. His savior. Does anything Kazuma say sound sincere? She doesn't always have to be so aloof. Get his mind focusing on something else. Very clever. Has has Megumin's winning streak, been interrupted at all? I like it. We're actually seeing new types of monsters instead of just undead and giant frogs. Yeah, yeah. He's got a bit of a one-track mind at the minute. How is aggravating them to such an extent going to help? Run. I think they're a bit overexpressive, these creatures. She doesn't even need to release the magic half the time. Just the initial build up will get enough presence for many creatures to try to run. The explosion itself might have been good, but the position you find yourself in now. Are we going to have the Crimson Village come to the rescue? Is it the sheer magical power that all the creatures around here fear for the Crimson Village, or having to listen to their monologues? They like to show off. As they knew it was Megumin. Are they going to receive a warm welcome? Trying to keep up. Very nice. Well, he's been hanging around them for quite a while, haven't they? I would like that magic. Even if it was to only go to places I've visited before, fast travel would be very useful. Here? What a pain in the ass. What, and Union didn't know this? Please. I'm kind of curious as to whether or not a reincarnated person came up with the Crimson Demon's clothing fashion sense as well, considering the spiked choker and everything. I like the old guy in the back. Yeah, and you're stuck with Union and Megaman. Real. It's not very nice to talk down someone's abode. The meme. Don't take candy from strangers. Especially Aqua. This is why kids are a pain. The fabled meeting the parents, and it isn't even a proper situation. How many points did she put into party magic? He's angry about that. Straight to the table flip. I'm sorry you had to witness that. I didn't notice. Are they that hard up that they fight over the presents being received? I feel bad for them, but we've seen Megumin's upbringing where she was stealing bread crusts, so. Welcome to the family! How much of a debt do they have? I know he just seems to accumulate more whenever he's with his party, but. Wording. Megamin, please don't tell me that you sent update letters back to your parents. The geezer might have been enough. I don't think he needed to grate his forehead. kind of correct, yes, but and none of the others going to actually interject at all. Oh, of course, Darkness would love playing horsey. So, I don't think we have to worry about much hostility. Hmm. I like the effort that went into animating the water going down the drain just then. What is he going to overhear or see? You're arranging a marriage? Oh, you're a demon. Can he refuse? I mean, he could try. I mean, yeah, he's going to enjoy this, but also it's a danger zone. I mean, what? Okay, so right now, oh, it's only natural. You're going to have to. Yeah, of course. If you put it like that, is he saying this out loud, or is he? He's already been to trial once before and somehow managed to come out that unscathed. I didn't think I was going to be getting into an episode of Law and Order or anything, but why don't you wake her up first? Yep. Well, I think just coming to the village in the first place was a massive trap, but still, well, if you're going to have all of your good sense and history ruined, then of course Kazuma would push things. I thought it was just going to be yo. That's his usual, isn't it? Is there going to be a countdown before she flips, or this is probably one of the better ways that it could have gone. There was no immediate straight freak out. Why was he so overthinking it then? If he could play it off so smoothly. Yeah, we've definitely haven't seen him do anything untoward. Hurry up, get back in bed. As much of a scumbag as Kazuma is, I don't believe that he would do anything without full consent. But still. She can really move when she wants to. Well, now that they know the village isn't in any immediate danger, is there? Yeah, I saw that. Is there any need to stick around? Did you really expect any different? That's a rather to the point name, I guess. It's better than anything. Don't play with the bells. She's not the Lady of the Lake. It's becoming more and more evident that one of the people that were transferred into this world was behind the initial construction of the Crimson Demons. Well, you've seen them. They don't seem particularly good at much other than just being crazy. Okay, Fat Elvis. Is he not going to reciprocate the greeting? What, attacking one of the demon general's castles over and over and over again? Already having an eye on his wallet. Well, not much has changed then, I guess. What's this song? Is it a staff? Oh, no. It's pretty hard to disagree with any of the ways that Chimosuke interacts with the party, is it? Well, it's not like she'd outgrow it. I, I think that time at school might be partly not wanting to reminisce, but is that the writer? Hunifala. Is that something you'd want to announce? Hmm. And how was the class dynamic back then? Is it a good reunion? Oh no. Is this to try to preserve a little bit of dignity, Union? Oh, 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 oh. The amount of frogs that, or toads, Union has slayed is about equivalent to the amount of them that Aqua has found herself inside. I think he's long past caring about that, but still, seems there's more to it than was initially. Oh, poor Mandragora. Was that Chimusuke that one of them was holding? So she. Yep. Union really does care for others. It's kind of unfortunate that she's easily taken advantage of and whatnot, but who are you? Okay, I think I've worked out who she is. Christ. Of course. Who else would... Actually, no, pretty much everyone in the scenes and village would throw themselves in head first. But only one, I think, would derive some pleasure from it. Well, has any of the army suffered any casualties yet? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a reason for that. With the assistance of... Hans, that was his name. It is impressive how many achievements and accolades the party have racked up and still are barely known, apart from just being useless. So if anything goes wrong, he can shuck the blame. It's Rita. Even keeping up his usual... I think you're trying too hard. I'm grateful that I see rainbow sparkles instead of what would usually be depicted. But was there the need for the caress? At least the breath is from cold instead of heat. Even despite his protests. They can be nice when need be. Yes. While he may be the weakest, he is also spread himself out to cover many bases. And he's bright enough to at least know when he's useful and to apply it. Oh, you are. I think... I'm surprised the customer wasn't defenestrated just then. Was that to stop her running away as well? Yeah, especially if you start acting like that. Hmm. There is a possibility that she's also completely messing with you because Kazuma is Kazuma. But still, out of the lot of them, it's probably the best future. If there's anything that would get him fired up, I think that was a given. Can you at least wake up? Are you going to drop kick her? Please do, actually. Oh yeah, he's useless. Chinchunmuru. Has the legend of Chinchunmuru been set out yet, though? Well, Kazuma's been defeated. It is a worthy sacrifice. He's not really putting on much of a fight, is he? Is that his breath I hear? Well, his luck had to kick in at some point, but I don't know if this is one of those situations. Oh, it is his breath. Is she undead? Oh, exorcism, not turn undead. Okay. A chimera. He is ready to be embraced again. At least say it with a straight face. Oh, and because he's found something better for the time being. Can you stop sniffing? Is he kind of like, apart from being in such a comfortable position, ignoring the fact that it is a demon general? I think Sylvia is as confused as I am at the minute. Well, she would enjoy that kind of verbal abuse anyway, so. Are they actually. Do they have the power to tear him away from Sylvia if they apologised? Ah, there was more to the words than face value. Kazuma's going to relieve himself from this position quite quickly, I can imagine. I'd kind of like to know what is going through Aqua's mind in this situation. How many traumas is Kazuma going to collect? I didn't need to see that. So is this in the that mechanical ruin thing that we were shown earlier? That would be quite useful against the Crimson Demons. Ah. Oh, don't be the Konami code. You're an idiot, Kazuma. She has to threaten you with her lower half again, and you'll talk. Lock her in. Yeah, but you just push her down the stairs. Ah, lovely. Yeah, he's he's able to take hold of the situation quite easily. I see. Are you going to let them know about the mage killer? Stop it. Like it was mentioned, stop. Just stop speaking. Look what you did. Only they are running out. What about all the other Crimson Demons? Ah. Oh, that's quite useful actually. What was the weapon? Really? That's an interesting technique to flee. What exactly are they supposed to do in this situation? Well, good thing that Megumin lives in that shack in the middle of nowhere. Her house might be relatively fine. What with some of those faces of the goblins in the background there? So, was the the prophecy in her story, did it hold any true basis? Darkness hasn't played a massive part in this so far. Yeah, they're not too upset about their village being destroyed in front of them. All you need to do is promise her a bottle of sake, and she'll jump at it. Why are they involved? Was it for the cheap laugh there, or cultured individuals? Oh, this guy. Is this the guy that made the mobile fortress destroyer? Oh dear. Yes. If only the this guy wasn't so, well, everything that I'm thinking about him at this moment. He seemed to accidentally fall ass backwards into success. Kind of like how Kazuma does it. Of course. Why introduce something in a story if you're not going to have it reoccur later on? Are her own allies going to be caught in the crossfire just due to the stupendous power? Ah, you actually care about your underlings. Somehow, that feels much more sincere than the connection between Kazuma and the others. Are they going to actually allow all of the introductions? What a pose. Master of Yeast. I thought the Mage Kid was able to dissipate magic. There we go. Oh. Is Kazuma going to be the hero of this village, or Megamin or something? The visuals are stunning for all the spell effects and whatnot. Now you're just a bunch of Chunibu bastards. Well, it didn't take much to turn the tides. But what do you expect when you have your baker on the front lines? So Sylvia has a taste. Was Union out of the range for the dispel? Time to shine. I want her to do well. Maybe as a recompense for everything that she's had to suffer. She much prefers things like Casimir, apparently. Are you going to lead her into a trap? I like it. Just casually setting up artillery, don't mind us. Son-in-law. Did you actually load it with any ammunition? Percussive maintenance. Perfect. Is there a safety? Did you think about that? Run! They still look down on explosion magic, even though Wiz uses it. Oh, it's being absorbed by the... Oh, so you're withdrawing from the front lines. So Aqua couldn't fill it, but Megumin could. Which name do you want her to remember, Mitsurugi or Kazuma? All hail the saviour, Komeko. Perfect. Oh, but that was a one shot. The barrel obviously couldn't hold the amount of power. Are you meeting Beldia? And Hans? Poor Hans. Quite traumatized. Wiz better not get on anyone's bad side, lest this be her fate. Same with Veneer. Why was that so dark? Where did that come from? Gross. Oh no. Because she's a chimera, she drew Hans and Beldia from the edge and incorporated them into her own body. That's actually impressive. I like the idea. And they're all fighting for dominance, it seems. Armor-plated slime. I don't even know what I'm witnessing at the minute. I think someone played a bit too much Dark Souls before they made some character designs. is that very volatile acid. Was the sound that they used for that effect just coins? That's what it sounded like. You need to stay alive in order to make him money. Remember, you are in the midst of an actual battle. Sashiburi. Well, maybe if he didn't want to be found out, he should change his appearance slightly. I think the immediate threat is something that you should probably worry about, not aqua problems. Really? Nothing goes wrong? Well, use the drain touch from Aqua, give Megamin some power back. Like you did before. What is this weakness going to be? Cute young boys? It looks as though Kazuma has just decided to accept fate. That would be a rather undignified way. Stepping up to the plate, Darkness. Nice. She's hitting? I guess with such a large target, it would be hard not to, but. Can you really. Do you deserve to stand so proud of yourself? Ah, that would be why it could. She could land attacks. Before they. Yeah, it can't die before they bring in Kazuma's money. Oh, only that many. As long as a part of him remains, he can always be revived. I think that's what we learned. at the end of the fight with Hans. Why Easter Island heads? Of course, they'd love this kind of event. So much like how the weapon culminated, well, absorbed Megumin's explosion to create something. They're using the same kind of process. Surprising that the sword can stand up to this. True. So, in another timeline, she might not have been so evil. Is Kazuma going to take the proverbial bullet? Oh dear. To think that accepting it once again, but to imagine that the event would replay itself. Boom? Why is Kazuma now essentially piloting a flesh Gundam? But how does this help the plan? Megumin wavering in her use of explosion magic. We better see some bloody good explosions. I do like all the embers and particles. True, it did set her forward in growth. True, but explosion is an explosion. Is it holding? Is Kazuma going to distract her while he's part of her being? Actually clever, Kazuma. Distracting her with the thing that she desired, but also having to sacrifice himself once again. Well, you poked and prodded him a bit too much. And that's the and that is your popular phase, possibly over. Beautiful. Oh, his resurrection for. Oh, yeah, he was blown up. What would have to be sitting on that chair for Eris to have such a violent expulsion? Did the exploits in the Crimson Demon Village reach the starter town? Or is this all in his mind? Rather scenic picnic spot. Well, he only died temporarily. Is she really having doubts about explosions? It appears so. To not be such a burden on her teammates, but you know, the explosion magic came in clutch every time it was needed. Sure, you'd be more all rounded, but yeah, you don't mean that though, do you? And to think that you can just have someone else choose your destiny like that, I'm surprised there aren't people taking advantage of situations. After she didn't even look at the card, so what did he do to it? No build up, just Wow, that is a big explosion. Did he just upgrade it? Still don't have the magic capacity though, do you? What do you score that one? Well, that was her dream, wasn't it? True, it does. It have. Well, I don't know if it's been working, but it's worked out so far. So does that mean they're going to actually have to feed her as well, since she can't move? Very nice. Not symbolising anything at all. I liked it. Not only did it introduce a new demon general, but each one manages to be incredibly unique, might be a word for it. But we got a bit more of a backstory between, well, about the Crimson Demons and an expansion on the classmates. Although I think they could have done more with the school life of Megumin and Union. And even with the parents, I guess. JC Staff did a good job. Some of the artwork was a bit jarring from what we know of the the anime, but it's higher quality movie, so of course it's going to be different, much like how it was with Monogatari and Kizumonogatari. But it still very much kept true to its expressive and low. Well, if you freeze frame any moment of like proper expression or movement, you'll know what I'm talking about. I would like another season of Konosuba to be at least under production, but going back to my roots there, and as I said, beginning of the channel, Konosuba, and to now, it doesn't disappoint. And I enjoyed the bit more of a closeness that came from the, you know, the characters Kazuma and Megumin got a bit more acquainted. And I'm sad now because no more Konosuba. If you enjoyed the movie, please let me know, because I'm pretty sure that almost everyone out there is going to love that movie, so at least if you enjoyed my additions, like the video and leave a comment down below. And while it may have traumatized Kazuma, I know a few people that wouldn't think too badly about the situation he found himself in. And I feel happy for Union because after all of what has transpired, she may have found herself in slightly higher standing with the rest of the villagers, especially after putting herself in danger like that. Well done, Union. You might not have friends, but friends. At the very least, it might not be a completely solitary birthday anymore. And if you want to keep up with everything that's going on the channel, especially because a new show might be starting, subscribing and turning on notifications would be a good way to make sure you don't miss out. But for now, you can either use the links and head on over to my Discord, or take a break. I think you deserved it. Make sure I can see you in the next one, though. Explosion! I really do want to thank my Patreons because would I have made it to this point without them? Probably, but it's a hell of a lot more fun this way. If you manage to reach this point, give yourself a pat on the back, maybe even a cookie. But spread your thanks to all of the names here, and especially Flordataku, Sal, Raywin, Yuki Ali, Dynamed1997, and Luis Almanza. I hope you guys can stay as awesome as you are. And once again, thank you.